You like the Starbucks?
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This past weekend, I was in Chicago for a bridal party, and I decided to do some vlogging and take you guys along on the work trip that turned into a mini vacation with my husband and a couple of our friends. So it's 3 a.m. and we're headed to the airport to go to Chicago. We made it to Chicago and we're just waiting to go to our hotel so we can start the day.
Dominate kneecaps and they face over dermatology.
And this is what happened in Chicago.
Woo, that's devil.
Yep.
Shane in Houston, we got a problem. Remember I sang James Harden, I'm still walking on water.
I honestly love the vibe of Chicago. I feel like it reminds me of LA about 20 years ago when people were just different. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like everyone was just so friendly with each other and just smiling when they passed by, and it was just awesome. What was going on back there?
No, I'm talking about free.
Some interesting stuff happening here on the streets of Chicago. My favorite place ever, Starbucks Reserve. I've literally been waiting to come here for the longest time.
Okay, if you're a coffee lover like I am, you have to visit Starbucks Reserve in Chicago if you're ever there. It's definitely a must stop because it's just so beautiful, and it has 4 different floors that offers everything from all kinds of pastries and pizza, and just everything is just so delicious. This is my second time that I was there. But the first floor is kind of like merch, and then the second floor is all coffee. The third floor, I believe, is all specialty coffees and specialty drinks. And then the last floor, I believe, is like a rooftop, just like a hangout spot. It's kind of small and it gets really, really crowded there. So you definitely have to pick a day to visit Starbucks that's not so crowded. This was a weekend, so it was really, really crowded, but it was so worth it.
Hi, babe.
Hello. Experimental coffee bar.
Where? 3rd floor, let's go.
All right.
Where is this?
Experimental coffee bar.
Although the 3rd floor looked amazing and it was all these concoctions of pretty much, you know, drinks with coffee mixed and all these amazing things, I'm sure, the line was just way too long and it was just too early to even have a drink. So we just decided to get some regular coffee and we went downstairs to the 2nd floor. And I just love all the detailing in where they were making all the pastries and the pizza. They just had so many amazing things. It was a little disappointing because they messed up our entire order, but it was still definitely worth going. This was our first day there, and I was supposed to be working the next day, so we decided to kind of get in as much as possible. So we decided to go to the river walk, and not really walk, but take the riverboat tour, which my husband and I took the last time we were in Chicago, and we loved it because it just shows all the architecture and the amazing beauty of Chicago. So it was totally worth it. And then we tried to take some photos, and it was a major fail because our husbands are just party poopers. But getting back to the tour, it was so pretty, and we started when it was still kind of light outside, and then as the 90-minute tour was coming to an end, it just became so beautiful with all the lights. And the beauty of this city is something I can't stop talking about just because it's out of this world.
Known as River Northwest today, designed by HOK, then the green building designed by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, whose name you're going to be hearing over and over again throughout this tour. I've dropped it twice already. Let's count how many more times I do so. So this initially held offices for the Quaker Oats Company. Today it's American. And welcome to the North Branch of the Chicago River. So beside us, as I mentioned earlier, this is Wolf Point, which splits the confluences of the river. The Kennedy family does still own this property. They team with Houston-based Hines do 3 high-rise buildings here in phases. Phase 1, the balconies, is Wolf Point West.
So the next morning, I woke up a little early to go downstairs and have some coffee and breakfast before starting my work day. I had a bride this day, and I wanted to just make sure that I woke up super early and I was ready. She was staying in the same hotel that she had booked me, so it was very easy to just get ready and go right upstairs. I didn't document anything of the wedding because I always like to give my brides especially privacy to post their wedding details before I post them. So I will wait for those pictures and videos, but she was so amazing to work with. Her entire bridal party was the best. We had so much fun, and after work that day, I was just ready to start my little vacation and enjoy the rest of my trip in Chicago. So I just finished work and we came to our second hotel, and the rest of my trip is pretty much for fun. And look at this view. We're literally just unpacking here, but outfit of the day for now. I'm just wearing this sweater with some tights and some boots. It's not really that cold in Chicago. Right now it's probably in the 70s, but it's getting there. I want the cold because I came to Chicago for cold. I was looking forward to it, but this will do for now until later on. I'll probably change into something and grab a coat. See you guys soon. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. After lunch, we decided to go to the Bean and take some photos. I had been there and my husband had been there, but our friends hadn't. So we decided to go and check it out. But the line was so long. I feel like it was probably 2 blocks long. And I don't know if this is something that just happened after COVID, but they wouldn't let people in all at once. And also because maybe it was a weekend and the last time we were there was a weekday. So the trees were so beautiful. The colors, I feel like we're so used to LA and no real season changes that it just caught us off guard, and we were just mesmerized by all the different tones of the reds and the oranges and the greens. It was just so pretty, and I wish we had this in LA. I wish we had season changes so we could experience all of that difference in the colors and the tones of nature pretty much. I just personally can't get enough of the beauty of this city. I mean, look at the city separated by water. It's just so beautiful to me, and it might sound funny to someone who's used to this kind of a postcard look, but living in LA, I feel like everything to me has become so bland, and that may not be the case for someone who visits LA, but I'm just looking at Chicago and I just wish I woke up to this every single morning. The beauty of it just blows me away. The last time my husband and I were here, we took this river walk and walked along the banks pretty much at night, and it was so pretty. But in the daytime, there are so many bars and so many little areas you could stop by to eat, and it was so pretty to see everything walking on foot rather than being on the boat, because you got to experience every single building right above you pretty much. So it was a completely different feeling, and I'm so glad we walked throughout the entire river walk just to see everything up close and personal. It just made all the difference in the world. This little hidden gem was right behind our hotel. We were staying at the Sofitel Hotel, and it was so pretty. It just felt like a little courtyard of just heaven. It was so beautiful. Our last night there, we went to a place recommended by the bride that I had, and it was called Trivoli Tavern. The most beautiful place where you feel like Frank Sinatra should have been there. It was just so pretty, and we celebrated our friend's birthday there. Look at the beauty of the cobblestone floors, and the lights literally felt like, again, I was inside of a postcard. This was our last day there, and of course we couldn't leave without trying the Giordano's deep dish pizza, which was so good. It was so delicious. You can't have a lot of it, but it was definitely worth it. The city is just so pretty that we just wanted to keep walking around our last day before we hit the airport, and we just wanted to make sure that we soaked in every last minute. And my husband wasn't feeling good the last day, so he decided he didn't want to walk anymore, and he grabbed one of those scooters, and I just kept thinking, be careful to not get hit by a car, because the drivers in Chicago are crazy. I feel like it's worse than LA. People just drive all over each other, but we survived, so we're good. I also love that every corner of the streets are just decorated, and I feel like it's also the nature of it, how pretty everything is and all the colors. But getting ready for fall, it's like everything was just so beautiful, and they were putting out all these decorations, I'm sure for October and Halloween as well. But it's just a beautiful place. I just can't get enough of the natural colors and the building colors with the trees in front of them. I know I keep mentioning it, but it's just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with Chicago. And this part of the last day of our trip might have been the highlight. Look at those leaves just falling like snow. I don't see that in LA, so for me, every single moment was to be savored, and it was just so pretty. The colors and the streets just being filled with it looked like rain of leaves. It was just raining leaves, and it was also sprinkling at the same time, so it was just so pretty. That was our hotel right there. There was an ice cream place right in front of it that I really wanted to go to and never got a chance, so that's for next time. And we're on our way to the airport, which is really sad, but at the same time, it was just an amazing trip overall. And our trip is over. We're leaving, coming back to LA. I'm very sad, but I miss my baby so.
Bye, Chicago. Until next time.
This trip was so much fun, and if you've never been to Chicago, I would highly recommend for it to be on your bucket list because it's a place that I feel like every person should go at least once. Thank you guys so much for going on this little journey with me. I didn't document everything because we were just having such a good time, but I did want to take you guys along. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment down below for all future videos. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!